Hello. Okay, so you are at the tea bag art card lesson, and in this, you're going to be. I'm going to show you a couple of different substrates and just gelling down, and then towards the end, I have a bonus gift for you. I'm going to show you how to create a little gift utilizing that tea bag PDF that you're going to download onto your computer and print out. And you just glue it together and it creates this cute little adorable bag. Now, inside of it, you're going to see it is filled with some goodies. I have put in some of my own textured paper that I made, but inside of it, there are two items here. The first one is this little gift item that I'm showing you how to make. It's a little bonus, and I don't know if you can see it very well. I'll put it up close. All right, and then on the back, it has my thumbprint, your thumbprint, some ink splatter that looks like maybe some tea or coffee, and then an XO, a hug and a kiss. And you're going to make that, and then that would go into your little tea bag. And then of course I'm putting a special bag of tea. It's a silk bag, so it's one of those foofy teas, herbal teas. But isn't that adorable? In addition, of course, you're going to be learning how to make your own tea bag art card. So I'm going to show you how to make it how to make it substrate up. So that's going to be important. Now I'm going to tell you one thing. Somewhere along the line, one of my little videos got lost, and the little video that got lost was when I design or draw the tea bag girl that you see at the start of this. Okay, but I demonstrate the tea bag drawing with the cups here. So it's the same thing. It's just same exact technique, but I drew a girl and some poppies instead. All right, so I hope you don't get mad at me. But if you do, my apologies. Anyways, have fun with this, and I will see you on the drawing board. Okay, so for the first steps, we're going to be doing several things. Right now, I'm just going to put these away off to the side because what we're going to we're doing two different looks. One is going to be with the tea bag, and we're going to create our own little substrate. I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is a done one, and I'm going to use this one. All I do is I take cereal boxes or paper bags, front covers, and I cut them down because all of this part gets glued down anyway, so we never see that. So I have bookbinding material. I have a stash of bookbinding material because I like to make homemade journals. And so really all you're going to do is lay your little piece down. It doesn't matter if it's bigger right now. And we're just going to cut a piece off, okay? And then we'll trim it down. We'll trim it down once we have it all glued down and it's all nice and dry, okay? So let's just get this going. Sorry if I go off the camera, I don't mean to. Okay. All right, so you can get this. I have a link to my list, my recommended supply list. I always put them to Amazon.com because it's the easiest, and it gives a picture, so you can go to the Amazon link and take a look at things.
and then go to your local store. I really find that it's so helpful to be able to see what I'm buying when I'm not familiar with the product before I just go to a craft store and start looking around for it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we got to get this set up and very dry. So I'm just using the Liquitex matte gel, okay, and just like as if I'm doing a collage on one of my pages. And I'm just getting, and this is, the bookbinder is so porous, right? It's so very porous. But you can put that down first, okay? And then you just take your gessoed and put it right on top. And then come back to the front and gesso it some more so that that stays down on the top of it. Looks like I need some more gesso. And then we're gonna set this off to completely dry. So I won't even come back to this for a day because I want this to really, really be dry before I start working with my tea bags on it. Tea bag art is kind of minimalist art because you're dealing with the natural colors. You don't add a lot of different color to it. Except what you, some watercolor maybe, but it's pretty much a pen and ink style of art. Oh, you can do anything with it really if you want to. All right, so you see there we have it, nice and gelled. I'm just going to lift it up to make sure it doesn't completely dry on that surface. And we're going to set this off to dry. Here's my dried substrate, yeah. So now at this point, we are going to work with a tea bag that's actually still has its little tea thing on it. Okay, and I'm going to just gesso it down onto here, okay? This one still has some tea in it. And this is the dried bookbinding cardboard with the from a cereal box. And now I'm going to let this completely dry. But for continuity of texture, I'm going to go over the whole thing. And I'm not so worried about the string being gessoed down, or not gessoed, gelled down, but it is going to get gelled down, you know, for the most part, because it's pretty thin. Let's get that out of the way. All right, now we're going to set this aside to let this dry also, and I'll see you back when everything's dry. Okay, so here's our finished substrate. It has been painted with gesso, and I've cut it, I've just trimmed it to fit. So now what I'm going to do, just like the other one, is I'm going to gel this down.
Great, now I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to allow this to dry overnight. And tomorrow we will do our creations on them. See you then. Okay, I'm going to bring this to you and show you. Here's one that's completely dry. I did this a little earlier. So you can see the surrounding area, and then of course the iridescence on the little tea bag itself. So I have one more to do, and then the big page. So I'm going to do this one. I don't think you need to watch me do it, and then I'll be back to demonstrate the actual art journal page. Okay, so we're going to take our substrate, another substrate. It's not quite dry. I've got it with the book binding, and I have gessoed it, and it's drying. But if we fold it in half, okay, and what we're going to do is gel it with my Liquitex gel, which is fine. And then I'm going to glue the little tea bag on top of it, because what we're doing is we're making a little gift. I'm going to show you how to make a little gift. All right, so there we've got this glued together now. Then we're going to take our little tea bag and we're going to gel that on top. And we'll let that dry, and we'll come back in a little bit. Okay, so this is nice and dry now. So all we're going to do is flip it over, and we're going to gel this down so that we make a loop, a little dangle with it. So let's just get that there in place. And we'll gel that down. Make sure that the string gets gelled into place also. And guess what we're going to do? You got it. We're going to let all of this side dry too, and then we'll come back and we'll finish off this little gift item. Okay, so here's our little dry canvas. Okay, what I did do off camera was I took a gesso wash and I just went over all of this, because I'm going to make a thumbprint here, and then I'm going to do an ink splatter, which I'll show you when we get there. But for now, what I want to do is I'm going to just use my little normal pencil. Okay, it's just a lead pencil, and I'm going to just sort of trace out. I want to put 3 coffee cups or tea cups stacked here. Okay, so I think that'll about do it. We'll make steam coming off this one and going up to that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a micro pen, and I think we'll see if my needle drawing pen number 10 will work. Let's give it a try. And all I'm going to do is go over. Yes, it works. Yay. I'm just going to go over what I drew. Okay. All right, now I think what I'm going to use is my my Tomboy. Here's my Tomboy. Tomboys are also water soluble, and I'm just going to choose a couple of them and have some fun drawing some colors and that good stuff.
Okay, I'm going to bring in these gel pens, the glaze gel pens, and turn my tea and give my steam some life. I'm just going to hit it with the blow dryer real quick. Okay. Now on the back side, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Delusions ink. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do is do a thumbprint. Right? I'm going to do my thumbprint. Wink. Like that, just for the fun of it. And then I am going to use my aqua pen, and I'm going to just make that run a little by putting some water on it. See, look how fun that is. And we'll create it into a little bit of a puddle here. I know I'm making a mess. Don't worry about it. So I'm gonna take this and just spread it into that. XO. Hug and kisses. Now let's get that dry. Just hit it a little bit, and then we're going to blot it. Okay, ready? Because it doesn't need to be totally bold like that. So you saw all I did was I made sure that the XO was dry, and then I came in and blotted it. All right, so now let me show you something. Here's our little dangle. I'm going to move my camera up, so bear with me a minute. Okay. So here's our little dangle, right? How cute is that? Now look at what we're going to bring in. Here's your PDF download, and your PDF download is this cute little teapot. You see that? And when you gel it together, when you glue it together, you're going to have an inside that's going to accommodate this if you make this. So what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to take some decorative paper that I used for making the journal, and I think this pink is really nice, and I'm going to take the little art piece and wrap it in that, okay, and just stick it down inside of our little teapot. You know, just like that. Now I'm going to put something else inside of my teapot bag. I actually have this beautiful tea right here that's made by the Coffee Bean Company. It's in a beautiful silk bag, and I'm going to stick one of those down in there also. So that way, this little gift that I'm going to give to my friend has a special little homemade art, a nice tea for drinking, and then I can tie a little ribbon right there, put it in that hole. I'll knot it off, just knot it and let it dangle. And look at what a cute gift you have to give to somebody. That's your bonus gift from me. A little gift you can make to give to a special friend. All right, I hope you enjoyed this bonus gift, and thanks for watching. Till next time, have fun.